Hey y'all, welcome back. So I am going to do my expenses for this week. I've just started to do this again. I have not been doing this at all for the last couple years that I've been off of my YouTube journey. I'm really honestly trying to get back to the basics so that I can pay off debt. I will come back and do a debt confession with you guys and tell you what my plan is for 2026 and how I plan on tackling the debt that I've incurred. But just know it will not be a perfect journey. I will make mistakes. I will try my best. But I am trying to get back to the basics and be consistent with the basics before I try to move on to anything else. I'm really trying hard to do the cash envelope system, but to be honest with you, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll pull out the cash and then somehow still end up using my card, either because I don't want to stand in a line that's too long or just some reason, So, like I said, trying to get back to the basics, trying to do it right, but I am going to, come out and write my expenses for this past weekend that I had so that you all can see I did go over budget. I've already noticed that with some expenses that came to my son, but it is what it is. I'll have to do better next time. So the first receipt it looks like I have is from Sam's Club, and it is a grocery run that I did actually. That I did today. So today is the 20th. And like I said, it was a Sam's Club run. And everything that I got was for groceries. And I spent $49 even. I am still doing Fetch. So I'll put my Fetch code in the description box in case you guys want to join me on Fetch. So this is one of the receipts from Target, and this is what I spent on my son, this entire thing. With my son's formula, it actually is very hard to find right now. And so whenever I find it, I try to stock up on it. So for his formula, I did end up going over because I think I only had like 4 cans in the house. I try to stay stocked. So I went ahead and brought 2 cans because 1 can was going straight to my sister's house because my sister is the one who actually babysits him. Shout out to Big Sis, because without her, I don't know what I would do. First of all, the cost of daycare is crazy, but not even the cost of daycare. I'm just so glad that I have somebody who I trust with my son. So that is the most important thing, is that I trust where my son is 3 days out the week. Because my sister, she watches him 3 days out the week. The other 2 days I'm at home. So I tell her, or whenever I need her, she'll help. But again, the cost is minute to the fact that I have somebody that I really trust who takes care of my son, who I know treats my son like how I would treat my son. So, whew, y'all, if you got family, if you can lean on them, please. So I spent $106.42. And again, that's because I bought 2 cans of his formula, and then also my son is teething. So I brought a couple of things to help him since he's teething. So I wanted to get a couple of those items. The next receipt that I have is Food Lion, and I went to the Food Lion on the 17th as well. And that was all groceries. My nephew spent the weekend with us, and so he went with me to the store to go get some stuff. So that was a nice little trip between me and my nephew, and we spent $19.57. And I say we because my nephew like to put a thing or two in the cart, okay? So he liked to spend up $1 too. I didn't make him use his budget this time since it was grocery stuff, but nephew has a little budget whenever he comes over here. So y'all will start to see that also incorporated in here, me taking money from out of Mr. Little T's budget. But also on the 17th, T and I, we ran to Aldi's. So, and that was also grocery stuff. And we spent $13.14. And then we went to Walmart. And when we went to Walmart on the 16th, I grabbed a couple of different things. So I grabbed some things from the household supplies section for groceries and for my son, Liam. And this was what he needed. So for the household supplies portion of the budget, darn it, yeah, household supply portion of the budget, I spent $26.97. So 26. For the groceries portion, I spent $8.84. And then for Liam, I spent $12.01. And the reason why I broke it up is because I was supposed to be using cash, but I did not. And so I'll need to go back through my wallet and take the cash out for this. So throughout this whole weekend so far, I've spent $49.106. 19.57, and then 13.14, and 26.97, 8.84, and 12.01. $235.95. So we'll work on that. And I will let you guys know in the next video, the next time that I check in for my expenses, how it went, whether or not I actually stayed within budget and not go over budget. Because like I said, I've already went over budget in Liam's category. But let me know. Drop it down in the comments below. Do you track your expenses? Are you going to start tracking your expenses? What goals do you have for 2026? Are you trying to pay off debt? Are you trying to build up your savings? I'm trying to do a combination of both while also living my life and traveling. So you will see priorities shift and things month to month as I continue on my journey. I look forward to you all continuing on this journey with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.